Hi everyone, today I have a little haul video for you. So over the weekend I decided to pop into HobbyCraft and just, have a bit of time to myself and just browse the store and kind of look at things and, and taking my time and not hurrying and running around as per usual. So there are a couple of things I got there which I thought you'd like to see. So first of all, I got this album, which is like a scrapbooking photo album, and they are on like a special deal right now. So I think this one was £2 reduced down from 4, so half price basically. They have a ribbon on the side and they come in different covers, so I went for this tropical kind of print with these exotic flowers and parrots. And the reason I did that is because I want to scrapbook like summer pictures. Now the white is a little bit of a bluish white compared to a true white. So if I hold this one, you can see it's a bit bluish white. So that's the only thing that I wish the paper was slightly different color, but I'll probably decorate it anyhow, so I wouldn't really mind what color it's going to be. But yeah, so that's the only thing that I have to say on that. So next thing I got is this VersaFine ink in vintage sepia, and this is a color I have been actually wanting to get, and I believe I put it in the basket on my Amazon account. So it's by Tsuki Neko, and it's a really high quality ink, and it's designed slightly different to other ink pads. It's got a lid attached to it, and what you can do is you can twist it all the way around like that. So here's the ink pad, and you can twist it all the way around, and then you can hold it like so and kind of ink up your projects. I prefer to do the other way around. So I've got it laying flat on my desk, and then I put the stamps on top of it. But it really depends what your preference is. But anyways, the ink is great. The color is this kind of brown, which doesn't really represent the color that's on the cover here. This one is a reddish brown. This one is like a more of a beige brown, and I wish it kind of had that bit of red in there, but it's okay. I'm okay with this color. So anyways, and that's the color. And also I saw nearby the in the stamps section, the paper poetry, and this is by Rico Design, and it looks like it's a German brand, and it's the set called Nature. They have different sets including alphas. They have like other little motifs in there. I went for this one because it has beautiful 15 different floral stamps, and they look like doodles, and that's what I really liked. I like the style of them, very doodly and very pretty. I also like the size of it, so you can incorporate them with your projects, just like create a little pattern of some sort. Like you could, as I stamped out here, but you could create a pattern to follow through, or you could just, use them in planners, in whatever way you want to do it. What I find funny is that in one of the languages, they're called tampons. If you know what language that will be, write it down below. But yeah, so this is super cute. Now, one thing what I found interesting is that one design is actually repeated, but on the reverse. So this one is repeated over here, and as you can see, it's facing that way, and this one is facing this way. So at first I thought maybe it's just a little, I don't know, fault, but I don't mind, because I can use it in different ways, and I will show you in a minute which ways. And so here they are all stamped out, Very pretty. I did them in double stamp just to change the orientation slightly. And yeah, they're very, very pretty. So here's how I use them in my project. I have incorporated them in my illustration, and you can see how pretty they are and the scale of them. So very nice. They're not too tiny small, but they're small enough to work on this scale, which I absolutely love. So here is what I was talking about. I took that vine or whatever that is, this pattern here, and I used the reverse side on each kind of sleeve, which works really well because you then can create this pattern going into one direction and that one into the other. So that is why it's good, because you then suddenly have 4 different movements facing each other, facing away, facing that way. So a lot of variation for these stamps, which is kind of neat. And yeah, so I had loads of fun with these. Very, very cute. So if you live in UK, I don't know if HobbyCraft exists in any other countries, but if you do have it near you, then you might be interested in this one. This is a very, very neat stamp set. Also, I love the quality of it. Very good quality. You don't get any, as you can see, all of these prints are very clean. There is none of those, you know, sometimes you get the corner stamped as well, not in single one of them, and the reason being is because they actually stood up quite a bit. So as you can see here, hopefully, just show you this way, it's quite thick, and that way you never get the corners, even if you wiggle it around a little bit. So that's really good. They're just, and they are made in a really good wood, and it just feels good in your hands. Like sometimes these sets feel like they going to fall apart, and sometimes the stamping comes peeling off, but these are really a good quality, so you shouldn't have that problem. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Now, lately I'm kind of into geometric sort of shape, and I really like that look. I think if you add anything geometric looking to your project, it kind of straight away lifts it up and makes it look contemporary. And so when I saw this Geometric Gems washi tape set, I kind of fell in love with this particular one, which is a rose gold on a pale pink background, and it looks so gorgeous. I do like the others as well. This one is a teal with diamond shape motif here, and then we have the very dark kind of indigo washi tape with geometric shapes and a pale gray. So these would be great to use in journals or any projects, but I have already opened it and I already used this this one here, so I really love the way it looks, and they are super fun. Let me just pull them out for you. So I have stuck them onto a bit of a background for you to see what they look like, and there you go. So they're really, really fun. I love this teal color. I'm so into it right now. Gorgeous. So yeah, you could, if you wanted to, you could cut out these little gems and use them as stickers. That's that, and it is by HobbyCraft, their own brand. So Geometric Gems is what it's called. Right, let's move on to the next thing. Speaking of geometric shapes, I got this cute die set, which is a heart and an arrow, and I took it out already because I used it. I absolutely adore it. So this one is just trying to see if it has a name on there. Yes, it's called Geometric Heart Mini Die 2 pieces. What I like about the X-Cut dies. First of all, you get many different ones in this format, but it also has this magnet sheet at the back of it. So you could, if you have a different storing system, you could just basically take this, attach it to another piece of paper, and then keep your dies like that, so they would be holding or keeping in one place rather than on a sticker. So you can see I took it off the sticker now and it's not falling down. So this heart is super cute. I'll show you what it looks like when you cut it out. It is incredibly delicate. I cut it out of a watercolor swatch that I did, and it just looks so pretty. Let me show you on like a white background or something. Very cute. And what I also like is that actually for sticking it on a project, you can apply dots of glue in these areas that are made a little bit bigger, and that makes it a bit more convenient as well. Oh yeah, and the other thing is you can totally keep the bits that are left behind, and it looks like a little mosaic, or even, you know, like a geometric doodle. So you could use these on your project as well, just stick them scattered around or in a shape, and that makes a cute little addition to your project, which actually I'm planning to do. Next thing, I got some embossing powder, and this is Cosmic Shimmer, I think is the brand. I haven't tried it before, I don't think, but I really liked the color. It seems very fine, but it's got this like a pearlescent, almost very light sheen. So it's not glittery. I don't like glitter in embossing powders, but I do like when it has a little bit of something. And this is called the Snowdrop Pearl, and it looks very pretty. I haven't tried it, but definitely love the look of it. Okay, so I've got two more things left. First of all, let's talk about this one, because I did buy it in HobbyCraft, and this is something that I actually needed and wanted, and I was looking for it. And basically, let me just show you what I mean. Okay, so I have a die cutting machine. I've got the Spellbinders Platinum. Yes, the Platinum 6, so it's the tiny one. I was just double checking. It's right behind me on the floor. I mean, I wish that you could see the mess here. I'm currently working on a few projects at the same time, and I am just running out of space to find one single thing. I have to go through piles of things. It's a complete and huge mess. Anyways, coming back to the subject. So these are my cutting plates, and they look horrendous. Now, I tried different things. I tried cutting. So basically, I was doing a lot of die cutting, and you can see that they are completely bent and they lost their shape and they just look horrendous. I tried the method of straightening them with hot water. That didn't happen, or didn't help hardly at all, if it did anything. And then I also tried the recommendation of swapping the die cut, the plate to the other side, and that I shouldn't have done, because now I have cutting lines on both sides, which means they print onto the paper. So that was a mistake. Don't do that. Now I need to get new ones, and I will do that actually. However, here is the thing that I was looking for. I was looking for like a metal plate, and I can't find it right now to show you. I did buy it. It's not expensive. It's only a few quid on Amazon, but it's basically the same size as this. It's a thin metal plate, and although it's supposed to help you for like cutting detailed die cuts, it is so thin that it wouldn't really help with preventing a new set from bending over. So I would add it in addition to when I need, for example, to cut something, and these are so bent, that the die cut wouldn't cut properly through or something like that, what I would do, so because at the moment this is what's happening, the top plate or the bottom plate is going that way and the other plate is going the other way, so they're not flush together, and sometimes that results in not properly cutting through a die. So I could add that metal plate in addition to it, but it's not what I wanted. What I actually wanted was this. Now this is fantastic. This is a Sizzix precision base plate, and although it says that it's compatible with Big Shot, Big Kick, Vagabond and Big Shot Pro, it actually works just perfectly fine with the Spellbinder's Platinum 6 as well. It's the right size. The only thing is it's slightly longer, but that's not a problem at all. The main thing is that the width of it should be the same, which it is, as you can see. But in terms of length, it's a little bit longer, which is not an issue. And I have used it already, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, it's amazing. So what you do is you substitute one of these cutting plates with this thing, and you put it on the bottom. On top of it you place paper, then you put the die cut face down, and that's why you can see the indentation here, and then you place your cutting plate on top. So what happens is that the bottom doesn't bend, it's only the top, and that one is on such a kind of sturdy base that I don't think it could bend it. But even if you do, you end up using only one plate instead of two, and it will save you a lot of money, to be honest with you. So 2 plates go I think about 9 quid, 10 quid, something like that, and then this one I bought for £15. So yeah, I mean this one will last you forever, I think. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's very heavy. It feels like metal, but it feels kind of this weird texture, almost like, you know, you could sort of like a nail file. I don't know, it sort of makes the paper and the die cut sit on it and like almost sort of sticks to it because of the texture. It's not sticky at all, but it's just, it has a little texture to it which feels quite interesting, and it cuts perfectly. So I'm so happy I can actually still use these weird looking plates. So the last thing is this best ever craft mat from Oliver Ken Crafts, and it's a multi-purpose craft mat. Now I have been recommended this by one of my viewers, and here is the thing. So I was complaining that although I absolutely love this Ranger craft mat, I wanted something white, because when I'm filming, I mean, I'm a perfectionist. I love, I've got this sort of color obsession, you know, that it has to look right, etc. So I didn't like this browny kind of background for when I'm filming things like inking and whatever, and I needed to protect my desk. So one of my viewers recommended this one, because I was saying I wish this came in a white. So when I was ordering this, I don't think there is any color selection, and if I'm not mistaken, it actually might have said white on the product details. However, I don't remember. So anyways, however, it's not white, and it is actually a gray, but it kind of looks, I think, cleaner than the brown. Let me know what you think. So that would be the backdrop. So that's my desk over here. That's the previous Ranger, and that's the new one. So if I would work with things, do you think that looks more clean? Anyway, you let me know. It is roughly the same width as the Ranger mat. However, it is shorter, and it is shorter by about an inch and a bit, I'd say. And the texture is also different. It's rubberized, and yeah, I mean, it feels like nothing would slide off it. So if you would put something there, it kind of, you know, doesn't slide. I don't know what I'm trying to demonstrate here. So this mat is actually heat resistant. And let's see, so heat tools, you can use paints, inks, waxes, polymer, clay, glue, spray, solvents. And features are non-stick, non-skid, non-porous, heat resistant, heavy duty, wrinkle free, offers superb surface protection, wipes clean, reusable, multi-purpose, and somewhere over here it says heat resistant up to 480 degrees. So if I ever wanted to take up clay, which I hope I'm not, then I guess I could stick that in the oven and do some of that as well. So that's my new mat. Let me know what you think about it. It feels nice, but it's one of those textures that little kind of dust particles and all of that could stick to it. So I guess once in a while I would need to rinse it. Whereas this one is, to be honest with you, I'd be quite honest with you, I still prefer the feeling of this one. It's just so easy, and it's kind of more, it has more of a slide to it, which this one doesn't. So on this one, things don't slide. Here they do, and that means, I don't know, I kind of like it. I still wish this one came in a white. But it is what it is. So that is it for today. I hope you found some of the items I showed you useful, and thanks for watching, and see you soon.